I'm going to give him a chance to kind of jump on the mic here and kind of explain. So if you guys want to come around and kind of check out everything he's been doing, I'm going to give him a chance to kind of give you the full spiel. So here it is, everybody. Rob Greenfield, guys.
Thanks. Hey guys. So what I'm doing is, you know, there's a lot of numbers that we hear out there. We know that in America, one in 7 Americans are food insecure. Where I live in San Diego, 1 in 4 children are food insecure, and it's just insane that a quarter of all kids in school in San Diego, and I'm sure it's probably similar up here, are hungry, and their stomachs are rumbling, and they can't concentrate on their schoolwork. And I started to learn these things, and so, but then I learned that we throw away nearly half of all the food we produce in America, between 30 and 50% depending on who you talk to, which is about $165 billion worth of food per year. But all these are just numbers, and it's a little hard to actually understand that. And it's also hard to understand that it's good quality food. A lot of people assume that we're throwing away apples that have already had a bite taken out of them, or a half-eaten bowl of soup. But the truth is, and what I've been finding, I've dived into about 1,000 dumpsters in 25 states across America. And yesterday, me and some friends, these guys over here, and Kat over here, dived into about 60 dumpsters over the last day or two, and this is what we took out to show you guys today. So this is going out for about 12 hours, dumpster diving in Los Angeles, and this is just the good stuff that we found. We obviously didn't want to grab the rotten apples, so we just grabbed the good grapes and the good bags of bread and the yogurt. And this, what you see here, is just absolutely typical representation of the perfectly good food that's being thrown away every day, pretty much every second of the day in nearly every city across America. And it is a worldwide problem, but America wastes more food than any country, maybe all the other countries combined or something near that. So, but the message isn't dumpster dive. That's what we're doing to bring this display to you, to show you guys how much perfectly good food's being thrown away. My message isn't actually to go dumpster diving, though. My message is that we should not put the food in the dumpsters in the first place. So a lot of people think that grocery stores, restaurants, catering programs, well, they have to put the stuff in the dumpster because they'll get sued if someone gets sick if they donate it. And that's what I thought for a long time. A year of learning about food waste, I thought that was the case. And then I stumbled across the Good Samaritan Food Act, which actually waives all grocery stores, restaurant, catering programs. Anybody that serves food can donate food to nonprofits, and they are protected by the Good Samaritan Food Act. So they have absolutely nothing to worry about as well. But you still, you know, this is America. We're sue happy. We sue each other for just about everything. So you think, so I hear people say, well, yeah, but they'll get sued anyway. And then after months more, I learned about the University of Arkansas study done in 2013 that shows that not a single grocery store, restaurant, catering program, nobody that has ever donated food to a nonprofit has ever been sued, period. So there's actually any idea that grocery stores can't donate is a complete myth. And usually when they say they can't, what they mean is corporate told us we can't. The government actually wants them to. That's why it was passed in 1996, because the government knows that there's 50 million food insecure people, and they're not evil beings, most of them at least, maybe some of them are. They don't really want people to be hungry, so they realize we've got all this food, let's get it donated. And also, besides that, food waste is actually one of the most pressing environmental issues of our time. I'm guessing every single person knows here that we're in a serious drought. At least most people believe that. And the crazy thing is that I think about 80% of all the water we use in California is used to grow food. Now, if half of all of our food is produced, that means half of all that water is water used just to grow food that ends up in the dumpster. So 40% of all the water used in California is water grown or water used to throw away food that ends up in the dumpster. So we could alleviate our drought almost completely if we would just stop throwing away food, especially considering we produce the food, a good percentage of the food for the entire country. With that being said, the other thing that you can do to help decrease your environmental impact is eat a plant-based diet, because that's one of the simplest things you can do to use way less water, kill way less stuff, and unfuck things. So, but yeah, so what you see here again, typical representation. Actually, to be honest, I've done this in about 12 cities now, and this was the smallest demonstration I've ever been able to put on. Usually it would have filled like 2 or 3 of these tents. This is what we were able to find yesterday. I think mostly due to traffic driving me nuts in the city. I'm going to get out of here as fast as I can tomorrow and head back to San Diego. So, but maybe, does anyone have any questions about any of this at all? Throughout, what's that? How do you spread the word? So the hashtag is donate, not dump. The best things you can do are lead by example. First of all, don't waste food yourself. Simple as that. If you ever tell anybody else to not waste food, make sure that you're also not wasting food. But you can also support the people who don't waste food either. In our industrialized food system, where on average, an average meal in America travels 1,500 miles from farm to fork, it's going into corporations that they don't care about food, they care about money. So when you buy food from those sorts of people, when they throw away 1,000 tons of tomatoes, it's not tomatoes, it's just money. When you buy from local farmers who love those tomatoes, who put in their work, and they want them to be eaten, they waste a lot less food. So going to the local farmers market or the local co-op, growing your own food is probably the best thing you can do, because when you grow your own kale or tomatoes or broccoli, you are not going to throw that in the trash. It's just way too beautiful and you've just put too much into it. And then lastly, if you do want to put some pressure on the people who are wasting food, which is pretty much every large grocery store in the entire country, none of them are doing an exceptionally well job. The hashtag's donate not dump. You can tweet that at them. I have a lot of information at my website, which is just robgreenfield.tv/foodwaste. And that will pretty much give you all the information to be an informed person if you were to want to talk to grocery stores or something like that. And then again, the Good Samaritan Food Act, tell them about that, because a lot of people just don't have a clue. I didn't after a year of learning about this. Yeah?
Are there any grocery store chains that are trying
Doing
to
a good
make
job?
change that we can, because it's...
Which ones you could support?
Yeah.
So the good news is that thousands of grocery stores across the country are donating food to nonprofits. There's about 70,000 food banks, soup kitchens, food pantries across America, and a majority of those serve a large amount of food that grocery stores donated that would have gone to waste. Feeding America, for example, in San Diego alone rescues 1 million pounds of food per month in just the city of San Diego through their food rescue programs. And some of the people that are donating, for example, are Vons, Ralph's, Trader Joe's, all the Safeway, Whole Foods. Most stores have a donation program, but you could go in there and ask them if they donate, and they'll say yes, and then go around back, and you'll still find a dumpster full of food. So the message basically is to grocery stores is donate more often. First of all, donate if you're not, and then donate more often. Try to every day. But with that being said, we produce 2 times the amount of food we need in this country. We could feed between 500 and 600 million Americans. So even if they donated it all, we would still have billions of pounds of food thrown away. So the best thing we can do is just like eat the food that we have and not produce so much. So, yeah?
Is there like a network that goes and picks up the food? Because I know that the place I work, we did that with recycling. We would recycle and put the bags out for a charity, and then they didn't pick it up half the time and everything, and so the whole program kind of fell apart. So
I think the best program to work with is Feeding America. They're extremely reliable, and they're across the entire nation. There's tons of food rescue programs out there. And I'm not sure exactly what's in LA, but I'm certain that Feeding America is here, and then they have a lot of people underneath them that are basically through their network. So there's food rescue programs everywhere. It's just as simple as doing a little research, calling the local food banks, food pantries, and finding out. So I will be here all day, so you're welcome to come up, hang out, ask me any questions you want. And at 5 o'clock, all of this food is going to be eaten. So not only are the solutions fun to look at, but they're also delicious and nutritious. And at 5 o'clock, we can feast on this display of food. That's it.
Guys, we're on Greenfield, everybody. That's awesome.